Hello, hello. We've got another full random daily on Sunday. Love the full random. So, what have we got? Menagerie, base. What is trader? I think that's the hinterland symbol. Let's just take a look at everything. Cornucopia guilds, seaside, more hinterlands, prosperity, nocturne empires, plunder, and we have a couple of landscapes. Gamble. Okay, gamble's an event that I don't. I'm not going to say I don't have experience with it, but it's something I don't have. I don't fully understand. The best way of using it. So we have thinning in Bounty Hunter, sort of thinning in Cage. We have village and throne room. Baker's a half decent peddler. Um, when I see merchant ship, I pretty much just think of this as an empty space. Probably not going to play too much with merchant ship, although maybe, I don't know. Another village in Ghost Town. Emporium is another good peddler. Um, I'm trying to think about how we might use Watchtower Nice as draw. It can be done early in the game. Um, Early in the game, if you're thinning out with Bounty Hunter, and if you're lucky enough to, match Throne Room with Bounty Hunter, and then play Watchtower to draw back up. But after you've thinned out your junk, I don't really see Watchtower being terribly good for draw. So draw here is a little bit shaky. The alternative would be to, throne a bunch of merchant ships, or get some throne merchant ship stuff, or lower your hand size with merchant ship and then draw up with Watchtower. You can use Ghost Town as a village to do that. You can do with multiple thrones. You could do something like that. But the cards we want to throne here are probably the cantrips. Is there any gamble stuff we can do? Reveal a top card of your deck. If it's a treasure or action, you may play it. If we have an empty hand and play a Watchtower, but then we can't play anything else. If we gamble and see Cage, we can set aside stuff. If we gamble for Bounty Hunter, we can thin out some stuff. Is there any plus buy? No. There's really none. So that pushes you a little bit towards money, right? There's no plus buy, there's no extra gains. The closest thing to gains is trader. Trashing something to gain a bunch of silvers, or buy a farmland, trash a card from your hand and gain something costing 2 more. Trash coppers into patrician or something like that. But yeah, this is not a super strong looking board. I'm considering opening Bounty Hunter and Trader. Thin out some cards with Bounty Hunter, and then maybe trash some estates for silvers. That'll give us a little bit of payload. And then just sort of thin out green cards and buy provinces. So let me think. If we did open Bounty Hunter Trader, hopefully the Bounty Hunter collides with an estate. If we bounty hunt an estate, that gives us 3 money. If we're left with 3 more coppers, we could buy a gold. And if we're lucky, we might maybe even trader the gold. 6 silvers. That's a lot of treasure payload. What about opening Bounty Hunter Watchtower? And once we add a bunch of silvers, we can trade 1 silver to gain a whole bunch more. And again, maybe like move towards greening kind of early and hope that we can just thin them out with Bounty Hunter. So, okay, well, I'm definitely going to open with Bounty Hunter. Let's think now about what we want to do. So they spend a coffers to take the Bounty Hunter. Eventually, well, we probably want to keep the Bounty Hunter around for green cards. But eventually, we could think about playing Trader on Bounty Hunter. When you gain a card, reveal this from your hand to exchange it for a silver. So if we're low on money, if we're gaining something to keep in mind, if we buy a farmland, trash copper into cage, we could exchange that cage for a silver. For exchange or something, I don't know. Is Trader, am I going to regret taking Trader? Maybe it makes sense to thin out a little bit first. The problem with loading up with silvers is to hit province. You need, what do you need in hand? Basically 4 silvers. We could do stuff with farmlands. Well, if you have a farmlands in hand, you only need to hit 6 to gain a province. I don't know if this is a smart thing to do, but I'm going to take the Trader. They took a second Bounty Hunter. That might be smart. Having 2 estates in hand, I'm not happy about, because this means my Bounty Hunter, there's a good chance it won't hit an estate. So what I might do here is take a Ghost Town, so that at least I see 6 cards next turn. And in the future, we can trade the Ghost Town for more silvers. Okay, so I do see an estate. That's good. And what? Oh, we can also turtle stuff out permanently if we need to. We could have. Yeah, maybe taking this wasn't the smartest thing, because I could have just like turtled the Bounty Hunter to line it up with estate later. I think I'll take a Baker here. It'd be nice just to have it doing its thing. And I trashed a copper there, right? Yeah. They took a Ghost Town. They have 2 Bounty Hunters. It's interesting. Is a Throne Room Throne room might be okay. Okay, I'm going to trash the estate here. Right, the estate no longer gives us the exile bonus. So we'll do this just to get a couple more of that. And then do I take that's a bounty hunter. So I could gamble away this ghost town. But we may as well keep the ghost town a little bit longer. You know, it's a draw next turn basically. But the only thing that Patrician can draw right now is the Baker, but I'm probably going to have more high cost cards later. So I think the Patrician's definitely better than nothing. Merchant ship. Okay. So here, I think it's pretty much all treasures in my draw pile there. I have 2 silvers, 3 coppers, oh, and a throne room. That's unfortunate. Well, I can turtle the throne room if I draw it. So here I'm considering exiling a copper and trashing an estate again. And then maybe just buy a gold. That would lower my I'd lose 1 coffers. Maybe I take another Baker. I know. I'm almost tempted to take a merchant ship. That's on a money-ish board. That's a hefty amount of coin that it generates. So next turn, the least amount of money I'll have is 5. No. What is down there again? 2 silvers, 3 copper, and a throne room. If a silver's on the bottom, oh yeah, that's still 5 money. So I'll have 5 money, possibly 5 money plus my coffers, possibly 7 money plus the coffers. I could province next turn. So the bounty hunter at this point is good for thinning, but not much else. Well, I want to keep it around to thin provinces when I gain them. So the things I'm leaning towards buying here are either gold, Baker, or merchant ship. Baker is nice to bank up some coffers for like emergency, like top-ups towards province. I think I'll take a Baker. So I'll turtle the throne here. Bottom card is a copper. Bottom card is a copper. I could gamble the copper and take another Baker. Or do I just want a gold? It would be nice to use the trader again on something to generate a lot more silver. Could use it on the ghost. I don't know if we really need the ghost town that much. Yeah, I think I'm just going to gamble the copper, buy a baker. Okay, so now we can throw in the baker, which is nice. And it seems early, but I might start greening. I could farmlands for a patrician. I don't. I would rather exile the provinces, though. It's going to be difficult to line up the bounty hunter with the province, or with any of the green cards. They have two? Oh. Am I just taking province? Like this is a single province kingdom. So I think I'll just take it. They buy gold. I might trash this silver. Trash the silver, buy another silver. Trash. You know, if I have a lot of silvers in the deck and some coffers banked up, I feel like that's a pretty good position. Do I want to turtle the trader? I think I want to add the silvers into the deck before the shuffle. I could buy another province even. I don't want to waste too many coffers though. If I don't trash a copper, I have 8 money. Oh man, yeah, if I don't trash a copper, that's all the coffers. So I think trader the silver and buy a silver. That's a net of 3 silvers. Okay, so here we'll play the bakers, see what happens, but I might trade in the ghost town. Trade in the ghost town, buy a province. Thrown the baker, see what happens. What is exiled here? Yeah, so my bounty hunter is no longer just buy another province, maybe don't even thin a copper just to save some coffers. I can turtle the bounty hunter. Oh yeah, turtling the bounty hunter is good, so we can wait until we have green in hand. This is great. It's good to get that out of the shuffle too. I have a little bit of a penultimate province issue here though. What do they have turtled? Patrician. 2 coffers. So they're getting 2 draw, No, I can't take. But what I can do is farmlands into duchy. I think it's absolutely what I have to do here. When you gain this, trash a card from your hand, gain a non-farmland card, costing exactly 2 more. Farmlands, silver, duchy. Okay, let's see what happens here. Hopefully they don't have, like, this should be their good turn that they're setting up, because they had like stuff to set up. Duchy, interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, I can't do quite as much. I can't do the same farmlands thing. I'm probably going to turtle the trader, right? I can farmlands copper estate. That doesn't make sense. I'd rather just buy a duchy. I can farmlands, buy farmlands. Buy farmlands and turn the trader into a gold. That doesn't seem very good. I think I need to take a duchy here to keep up the points. But we're going to turtle the trader to keep it out of the game, basically, out of our deck. Buy a duchy. Okay, so I got province money in hand. Oh, dang it. So I think I have to do farmland, silver, and duchy again. So then do I trash a silver to throw more silver into the deck? I wish I had been paying attention to what's down here. Okay, so what could I'm playing the baker for sure. So then let's say the baker draws nothing. Let's imagine it draws nothing. Worst case scenario is kind of what I'm thinking about. So money in hand, I have 6, 7. If I don't play a silver, that's 5 in hand. I'll have to spend the baker coffer, so I'm still at 2 coffers. Farmland a silver into a duchy. So like what I'm trying to ask myself is whether it's worth playing the trader on the silver. I think I hold on to the big. I think I don't. I think I turtle it away again. Then it stays out of the next shuffle. You know, I could do something crazy like trade the baker away, gain 5 silvers. That means I should be hitting price points somewhat easily. I do have more bakers down there. They have 7 coffers, so they can province on command. That's really, I didn't notice that. That's very bad for me, obviously. Man, what is the best thing to do here? I'm just going to turtle it away. I don't know. Okay, this is good. So farmland, silver into duchy. So this is really unfortunate. I think we're probably going to lose based on this hand. Okay, so I guess I turtle the trader. Yeah, this is lost. This is lost now. They still have 7 coffers. Like, yeah, well done. Game over. Fuck. I don't know if I should have done something different. They didn't take a throne room, which is interesting. Double bounty hunter. So was the trader a stupid idea? Let's open double bounty hunter. Hold on. Well, no, my next one can exile. I don't know. Baker? Like the biggest problem in my last game is they had so many coffers. That they could just threaten to win at essentially any time they wanted. Patrician will eventually do some drawing for us. I have very little payload at the moment. Is kind of the issue. What about a silver now? I'm thinking about another baker, because then we are getting through, like, each shuffle we're adding 3 coffers. I would eventually like to bounty hunt a bounty hunter, and on the turn we do that, we might take a province. Maybe one more baker. Oh my, come on. So I think I'll turtle this bounty hunter so we can exile the other bounty hunter next turn. And just buy a province. We'll exile this here. That'll allow us to easily afford another province. And then now we need to try and exile our provinces. Maybe I should have kept the bounty hunter in the deck and just been turtling it. Yeah, well, we're gonna turtle this. Oops. This looks like it's going to end up being a draw. There's no way to... Is there a way to do gain province and a state or something like that? I don't see any way for that to happen. Yeah, okay. Maybe I was being too silly or fancy or something like that in the first game, but this deck got to a spot where it would be difficult to miss province. You know, we're being able to turtle the bounty hunters to target the green cards. Maybe in the first game there were sometimes I should have done that too. I don't really know. Like when I looked at this kingdom, my worry was, where am I going to get payload from? And where am I going to get payload from without being able to add a lot of cards to the deck quickly? Like, I don't think you're ever getting into the Emporium. There's only so many bakers you can add before you have to, you know, you're just adding too many cards quickly. But I feel like I hit the sweet spot here for the number of bakers in the deck, you know, combined with a good amount of thinness in the deck, where, you know, I was actually accumulating coffers over time while consistently provincing. So yeah, obviously this was a much better... What I have right now is a much better deck than what I had in the first game. The only thing I think might have been a mistake that I made here is maybe I should have kept both bounty hunters in the deck rather than exiling one of them, and just turtle them out until I can line them up with green cards. I'm not going to bother watching the replay, but it's possible that exiling this bounty hunter was the right choice, because it you know, gave me enough money to hit province that turn. But I think I had enough coffers banked up that I would have hit province anyway. But it's nice to save the coffers. Anyway, yeah, I wish I had done that the first game, obviously. But what are you going to do? Thanks for watching.